everybody. Welcome back to This Podcast Takes Tokens. We're back.
Yeah.
Last week we did a nice fun episode. We talked about 6 of our favorite scary movie games. Scary games, sorry, not movies. Scary games. And had a little fun with that. That was kind of our intro into Halloween. Halloween season, if you will. And we're gonna continue that train and do a few movies. Today's movie in particular. But before I get to that, I left you with a Retro Ramble question at the end of last week, like we do every week, where I asked you, what was the first scary movie you remember seeing? You were probably way too young, so how old were you? It was definitely inappropriate. What was it? And no doubt some degenerate friend or relative dragged you to it. So who was it? I'll let you go first.
Well, okay. I was probably 10, I think, and I didn't get drugged to it, but it was on HBO at my mom's house.
HBO.
And it wasn't my mom, it was my stepdad at the time. The Exorcist was on HBO. I remember watching that movie, and that scared me so much. I mean, That's a hard movie to watch now, let alone when you're, 10 years old. Maybe I may have been 9. But I remember watching that, and I could not sleep for nights. I'm sure I slept some, but didn't feel like I slept at all. All I could think about was Reagan's head spinning around, and her doing this backward spider crawl down the stairs or up the stairs or whatever she had done. And whew. Have you seen this movie?
I've never seen this movie.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen parts of it, you see it
Mm-hmm.
Through pop culture, but I've never actually taken the time to sit down and watch the movie. And it just didn't it doesn't appeal to me. But that's me.
I mean, that's fair. I enjoy it. I still own it. As I got older, it was the first R-rated movie I bought on
that's an R-rated movie
on Disney. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of cussing, and there's one adult situation in particular that I can tell you about off the air if you're interested. But I'm not going to say it here. But and then I remember this isn't that memory, but just last year, I listened to the audiobook.
Yeah,
and it had the author that was reading it. I was walking through Walmart doing my grocery shopping, and I was getting scared in public listening to this. I kept looking over my shoulder because he does the voices and stuff like that for Reagan when she's possessed. And anyway, that movie gave me the heebie-jeebies. Shouldn't. I'm too old at 38 now to be or I'm too young at 38 to be watching this movie. So when I was 9 or 10, that's
Fair enough.
What about you?
All right. For me, it was Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't recall how old I was. I was young. I think I was 5 or 6. I couldn't have been that old. But I remember being in the theater and seeing it, and I was terrified. I'm not gonna dox anybody, but let me just say a sibling of one of my parents brought me to it, and it stuck with me. I definitely had Freddy Krueger is the one that sticks with me and still kind of haunts my dreams every now and then. But I don't know. I also kind of developed as long as I can see the end of the movie and see how they defeat the villain, then I typically do okay. But as we know, Nightmare on Elm Street does not end with the villain being defeated.
No.
So that didn't help me at all in this situation. But
definitely couldn't sleep after that one. Right?
Definitely could not sleep after that one. That one stuck with me. It's still sleep. Still gets me. But I mean, I want to watch it again for sure. I don't think I've ever seen the new one. They did a new one with that guy from
Watchmen. I can't remember what his name is. Yeah.
Oh, sticks in. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I don't remember his name. I'm not gonna look it up. Early something. Oh, I'm gonna let it go. I can't let it go. But anyways, that was my first experience.
Yeah.
What was your first experience? Let us know your first experience with a horror movie. How old you were? What it was? Tell us the story. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Send us an email. Let us know. We'd love to share your experience with the rest of our audience. If you want to keep it private, we'll keep it private. You can send us an email and just say, don't include my name. But if it's a funny story, please send that our way.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'd love to hear it. But with that, I think we're going to start the episode. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. Your local video store card.
A comic book in your back pocket.
Games with no tutorials.
Music you had to discover.
And drinking water straight from the hose.
These are the things us millennials remember fondly. We are the Jennings brothers.
Join us after the streetlights come on
as we race our bikes from the top of the hill
right down memory lane.
Exchange those quarters because this podcast takes tokens.
Let me see if I grasp this concept, okay? You're suggesting that we take some token podcast and ramble on about movies, games, TV shows, and other things that we grew up on. Just head over to the internet, upload it wherever, and we watch our good efforts play out like some cowboy movie, jump on the token podcast movement. Then we're going to what? Drive across social media? Through the welcome committee of a few 100,000 dead-eyed trolls, all so we can sail off into the sunset on This Podcast Takes Tokens?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. All right, and welcome back to This Podcast Takes Tokens. We are starting this episode talking about the 2004 horror zombie movie, Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. I didn't watch many zombie movies before this one. I don't recall really ever seeing, other than like maybe clips late night of like the original Romero's. Other than that, I never really watched zombie movies until this one. This one I saw in theaters. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a fun, fantastic movie. And bought it and watched it a few more times. But yeah, I've enjoyed this movie. How about you? When was the first time you saw this movie?
It was, I don't remember if it was in theaters or not. So there was a time period there where I was really, really into zombie movies. My cousin Jack had, he was big into them, and he had got me into them. And before this, I had seen like Night of the Living Dead. I owned Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead on VHS. And so like I'd seen all those, but when this came out, I don't remember actually seeing it in the theater, but I think I rented it.
Oh, okay.
And watched it. And I remember really enjoying it when I watched it. I think now I still like the original a little bit better. Yeah. It was still a fun watch. It was still a fun watch. So yeah.
You know, thinking about it now, actually, 28 Days Later came out a couple years before this. That one I watched and enjoyed.
28 Days Later was really good.
Yeah,
I went to the theater with our cousin Jack and watched that one. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, so I guess this was kind of like in that era that really I started watching zombie movies. I should clarify, maybe not specifically with this one, but around this time. And this was one of those ones that, they were really good about it. They came out with a lot of good ones around this time.
Yeah, they did.
It was a zombie renaissance. The undead renaissance,
it was,
if you will.
Yeah. And it kind of went for a couple years. Yeah. Because then we had like Shaun of the Dead, and then there was I think Warm Bodies came out a couple years after that. And I don't know. And then they had when did Walking Dead, that iZombie series. I don't remember when that was a Vertigo comic at first, but then they had I think maybe
that was a couple years after I think Walking Dead started, because Walking Dead was like 2006, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
2007 maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, this really fell right in the middle of that whole And I think it was because of the popularity that had been growing again, like the resurgence of it, that had allowed them to remake.
And special effects were looking good at this time. Like you could do a really good undead person for sure. Mm-hmm. Look great. But all right, let's run down some numbers.
Yeah.
2004, Dawn of the Dead. Box office budget. Or not box office. Sorry. Production budget. $26 million estimated. Wow. $26 million. That's not a lot. Wow. I would have expected a little bit more, but that's not bad.
I'm curious, real quick.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, the original one?
Budget. The original budget was
probably a few thousand, I would think.
For the Dawn of the Dead, I think it got more because Night of the Living Dead ended up doing so well, but it was still like $500,000 budget.
Yeah.
Compared to what you say, 26 million on this one.
26 million, yeah. But this is like 25 years later.
Sure, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's this. They're like, hey, let's throw some money at this and make it big spectacle. Yeah.
All right. So with that information in your head, what do you think opening weekend looked like for this movie?
Opening weekend. So I think it probably did pretty decent because the original is such a classic. I'm going to say it made 12 million opening weekend.
12 million opening weekend. March 21st, 2004. This movie opens to $26.7 million.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah.
Made it back. Opening weekend. That's crazy. Worldwide gross total, what do you think?
If it made 26 opening, I'm probably going to be way off. 80 million.
80 million? Well, close. 102.
102
million. Yeah. Okay. This did spin off a couple sequels, didn't it? Like, I think we had sequels for this, right?
Did we?
I thought there was. Wasn't the Land of the Dead a sequel to this? I don't know. I never watched it.
Let me see.
Well, what's the one that had Dennis Hopper in it? I watched whatever that one was. That one was pretty rough.
So there is no official sequels. However, Zack Snyder did do, I haven't watched this yet. I've got it on my Netflix queue. Army of the Dead, I guess, is maybe like a spiritual successor to that.
I haven't watched that either. That looked good, though.
Yeah, it is a spiritual successor. Yep.
Speaking of Zack Snyder, this is his directorial debut.
And James Gunn wrote it.
That's right.
Crazy to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
To see, like, the two Superman directors all the way back here, tied together before Superman even. Before DC and all that. That's crazy to think.
Yeah.
But, yeah. All right. Popcorn meter. What are you thinking? Tomato meter. What did the critics say about this one?
I'm going to say they gave this like a 50%.
Nope.
It's lower than that.
77%.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No. 70.
Wow.
They liked this one.
Okay.
They liked it. All right. Popcorn meter. What do you think the audience thought of it?
70%.
77%. They were tied. 77 and 77. That's right.
Wow.
I've never seen them both the same.
Probably the first time it's ever been tied, I bet.
Right?
That's
crazy.
Of things we've talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
That's definitely the closest they've ever been.
Wow. I could see that, though. I mean, I could see so the popcorn meter. I still don't see the tomato meter. Critics usually pan stuff like this. It's kind of surprising that it's.
I think because it was refreshing. Like, it was a little different take on it all. It modernized it. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I thought they did a great job on it.
Yeah.
Rewatch. How'd you feel about the rewatch?
Yeah, the rewatch. So, like I said, I didn't like it as much as I did the first time I'd seen it.
Fair enough.
But that's not to say I didn't like. So, I prefer the original. But this one, there was a lot of fun moments in it. I felt like there was a couple times where it jumped a little too quick. Like, they didn't really give it time to.
Oh yeah, it's kind of hard to tell like how long they're in there for.
Yeah, and like when it goes from what's his name and his wife, like she's having the baby, like she's pregnant, and then all of a sudden she's like dead and she's having the baby, And I'm like, well, surely there was like a little bit. It was very much like they're thinking about her having the baby, and then all of a sudden she's getting ready to have, give birth. And
Yeah,
I
but
felt
she was
like
pretty
that was
pregnant when they got there.
She was, but I don't know. I felt like that was kind of quick. There was just a couple spots where I felt like the pacing was not great. But overall, I thought the story was fun. I really liked the stuff with Ving Rhames and Andy. Like when they're playing chess back and forth, and they're just getting to know each other.
We need to find a new game.
Yeah. And I wish we could have got to see more than that. Like, the one thing that bothered me is I'm like, why didn't they just distract the zombies from the roof and have a couple people go over and get in the sewers like they did when they went to, like, rescue?
Right? Like, why didn't they use the sewers the first time?
And get Andy that way and just bring him back to the mall. I'm like... Why did So that's the thing. There was some stuff like that, like a few plot holes,
like where they're talking to Andy the whole time with like the signs and everything. I'm like, in that whole shop and in the whole mall, nobody's got a radio. Like they don't have like just little walkie talkies.
But they do, right? Because the last time when they're like, hey, we're getting ready to come over and like we're gonna get you food.
Yeah.
And then why are they waiting 5 days? Like I didn't get that either. They're like, just 5 more days, we'll come get you.
Right, like they had this plan that they were going to reinforce. Like what?
I'm like, why are we
But then, like
5
suddenly,
days?
the cars are ready to go.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And then I don't know with was it Steve that Ty Burnell plays? I like seeing Ty Burnell on this. He dies, and spoiler alert. And how do they know where his boat is? At the marina, like of all those boats,
plotted out the
they did. Okay.
I would imagine
that's fine.
I would imagine they plotted.
I can accept that. Yeah, I can
but
accept that.
and then I'm sure like his boat like had some cheesy name to it that they were like,
sure.
we're gonna remember that, and he was probably bragging about it a lot. Like he was that kind of guy for sure. Which it's weird seeing him in this role because now he's like Goofy Dad.
Yeah. Which I like weird. Goofy Dad better than this, but he did a good job. He was fun watching him in this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Just playing a different character than you're used to seeing him as. So
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it was a fun rewatch. What'd you think about it?
I would agree. Yeah, I enjoyed it on the rewatch. The thing for me that got kind of old on the rewatch was it felt like every 2 minutes, James Gunn or Zack Snyder was looking for some excuse to show a slow motion shot of something. 9 times out of 10, it was like a gun being fired or reloaded or something. Like every time Bing Rhames reloaded that shotgun, we got this slow motion shot. Yeah. But they were like, it wasn't like he took regular footage and slowed it down. Like he used a slow motion camera deliberately to capture these shots, which made him look amazing for sure.
Sure, yeah.
And I prefer that this deliberate take on it versus like coming back in after the fact and trying to, make it slow motion on footage that's not slow motion because it gets jittery.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right. So it looked good for sure. But I just felt like it was like there was a few times where it was like he used it for like, I don't know, stepping in a puddle or panning over to something to like emphasize like some drama. And it was like, this is a little much. Like,
it's classic Zack Snyder. Like,
let's use that a little sparingly, please.
Yeah.
That's all. I liked the zombies in this one. They ran. Like they had some energy to them. They weren't just like lumberings. You always see these movies and the zombies are slow and lumbering and you're like, you just kind of walk around them, right? Like
well, the thing is they overwhelm me with their numbers though. Like so I was the opposite. I didn't like the running zombies.
Oh, okay.
Like
too much.
I want them slow. Like they're decaying. Okay. Their rigor mortis is setting in. Like they're going to be slow, but they're going to the 1 or 2 you're going to be fine. But they overwhelm you by their numbers. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. But,
all right, well that's fair enough. Yeah, but this was something I enjoyed. And then like the zombies. Did you know the zombies that like had like the arm missing that comes running at the door, and then like there was the one that was missing the legs in the basement. They were actually amputees, like that they.
Oh, really?
The actors, actually had amputated limbs that they used for those parts, which that's pretty cool. So
that's
like
cool.
There's some authenticity to it or whatever. Anyways,
they weren't amputating them for the role.
No.
Right.
In order to
get this great role
you
for
gotta
you.
lose an arm.
Let me show you how dedicated I am to this role.
They filmed Saw first, then they filmed this. Yeah. No. But no, I thought this one. And so like we watched, so for anybody who is listening to the podcast and maybe isn't watching this on YouTube, we do live episodes on YouTube every Thursday night. Around 8:30 Central Time, we go live and we do the episode. But there's a little before and we do a little after. It gets cut off for the main podcast. But for those who do hang out with us, we'll usually watch the trailer for whatever our next movie is after the credits roll and talk about it just for a few minutes before we cut the cameras. Well, whenever we were talking at the end of the last episode, after watching this trailer, I said, oh, I didn't realize, or I said something about their daughter being the one that's like the little girl zombie at the beginning. I thought it was her daughter. It's not, it's the neighbor girl.
Yeah.
Which she just comes in the house and they're like, oh, hey, so-and-so's here again. Go check on her or whatever. Like, is this a regular occurrence?
It sounds to me like it is because, she's...
It takes a village situation.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like, I can't remember what the main character is, what her name is, but she pulls up in the beginning and she's like, hey, look, I can skate backwards. Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
In the morning, I'll come get you and we'll do a couple laps around the, block
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, it must be like, they're just kind of close or whatever, or they're, she's, I don't know, maybe kid doesn't have any friends or something, and they just started talking, and she's somebody that the parents trust, and they're like, hey, we're just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not explaining that well, but,
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point I was getting at. I guess it's like a, it takes a village situation. They're all just, they're neighbors that know each other and hang out.
Well, because, her husband obviously knew her, like when, her boyfriend or whoever he was, when...
Yeah, husband.
Okay, yeah.
Because she had a
Which is odd, because, like, was it, like, 3 days later, they're in the basement...
She's hooking up with the other guy?
Yeah.
Well, her husband died, so it's like...
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm like, man, you really got over that real quick.
Right. I guess it's like the end of the world, whatever. The world's on fire. The next morning she wakes up and her husband tries to kill her as a zombie.
Yeah.
And then she runs out and the neighborhood is literally on fire around her. And it's just like... which was like a fantastic scene of just utter chaos of her driving through the neighborhood. Holy Lord, that was just like, that set the tone.
It did.
Like, we're in the zombie apocalypse now.
And I loved the fixed camera behind the vehicles. Like, everything else is moving, but the vehicle's stationary.
Yeah.
Like, just the way it was shot, I thought was really cool. And it kind of shows that in the trailer. And I remember when we were watching it last week, I was thinking, like, wow, that's really cool. But then you get to see it, like, a little bit longer in the movie. But yeah, I love that. I love that when she's driving away and her husband's like running after her.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he gets distracted and he sees this other guy.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Well, like, that guy's out there. He's like watering his lawn.
Is he not paying attention to what's going on around him?
What are you doing?
He's like, it's just like another day in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't know. Zombies do turn really quick in this movie, though. Like, it's like they, like, once somebody dies, you've got about 30 seconds before they turn.
Yeah.
Which is, usually it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's kind of like that. And it feels faster than most other things, I thought. But then again, like, thinking back on other ones, I guess it is about the same.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like it's ever, like... I don't feel... Not necessarily this movie, but, like, just in general, watching zombie movies, even within their own film, like, I don't feel like it's ever super consistent. Because there'll be some people, like, they get bit, and then, like, they die, and then they wake up. And there's some people, it's like, oh, they're bit, like in Night of the Living Dead, and their daughter is in the basement, and she's, like, dying or dead for hours, and then she finally rises. And I'm like, where's the consistency here? But what got me in this, so she watches that girl bite her husband's neck, and he dies, and he turns. And when they let that moving van or whatever of people come in there, and that one woman they bring in on the wheelbarrow, and she
didn't think about that.
She didn't look right at all.
No.
Already.
No.
And they're like, oh, no, we can fix her. Hell no, you can't fix her. She's going right back outside. Right? That's what I'd be saying. We're not doing this.
At that point, they already kind of knew. Like, they had to have known, right?
Just look at her, though.
Yeah.
I mean...
Definitely like, keep an eye. I mean, like, there was the guy that was with them with his daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't that right? Was that before or after the woman?
That was after her. Like, the old lady had died, and then she came back, and then they had found that she had gotten bit.
Oh, so that's when they started putting the puzzle pieces
together.
That's right. Okay, so maybe they didn't, but still, yeah, like, let's quarantine some folks.
Yeah, like, his death was fine. Like, I was fine with that. Like, he knew what was coming, and he's like, he says goodbye to his daughter, you know, and then they took care of him in a nice way. Like, okay,
they waited till he turned.
Yeah, as soon as I turned, but yeah, hers, I mean, she looked like she was already, you know, 6 feet under when they wheeled her in.
Yeah, I'm like, she was not doing good, and then she just jumped up and ran at him.
Yeah.
Which she's not one that you're going to be able to take on physically and like hold back like all the others. For sure. That's the one that would scare me. The larger folks coming at me.
Yeah.
But yeah. Great use of music as well. Like limited, very limited, but like you got that Johnny Cash. Man Comes Around.
Right at the beginning. That's beautiful. Like one of my favorite songs of his. Yeah. And then just laying it behind just
all that footage. Yeah. And you're kind of telling the story of what's going on. Yeah. And you're building that backstory up a bit over the credits. Yeah, that was really good. And then the that like, what was it, like a, I don't know, Lizard Lounge cover of Down with the Sickness jazz edition. Yeah, with the I don't know, what was it, the mosh pitting zombies? That was that was good. That was, I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. I can't remember
what that guy's name is. He has like a couple albums of just doing different songs like that.
Oh, really?
I think
he's covering them like that. He's like
he's did like Master of Puppets or something like that, and that's
crazy.
Wild. Yeah,
but yeah, I thought those were kind of cool. Those are good choices. Which Zack Snyder chose those specifically for the movie. Like, he wanted to use those two in this particular way, and he had to push for it. Like, apparently, like, all the other producers were like, "No, we're not using those songs. Those aren't great, or they don't work, or whatever." But I'd argue differently. I think they work great. Like,
yeah, I think they did.
It's a great use of music for sure. But way to stick to your guns. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so she's driving through the neighborhood. It's emotional time. And then, like, she stops for a minute because there's, like, a ambulance broke down in front of her or helping people or whatever.
Yeah,
and then, like, the guy goes to pull her out of the car and she takes off. And then she ends up on the side of the road and, like, rams into a tree and gets knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
She got lucky. Like, I don't know how long she was there, but she wasn't there for, like, a short period of time. That was a couple of hours. She got lucky. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That, like, nobody came along and got her.
Yeah.
But then she wakes up to a shotgun in her face, so I don't know.
Say something.
Right.
Like,
please don't kill me.
Please don't kill me, you know. And then he's just like, all right, let's go.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't think he was like, let's go. I think he was just like, I'm going to move on now. Like,
yeah.
And then she was like, well, wait a minute now.
Yeah, I'm going to follow you.
Yeah.
But I think of all the characters, Ving Rhames is probably my favorite in this one. Although CJ was a close second. I know he's a jerk in the beginning, but I warmed up to him because I'm like, really, he's just trying to protect his own butt. He didn't want to turn in the beginning. He's like, I don't want anybody
in the beginning. He's also kind of on a bit of a power trip.
Well,
which was what was rubbing me the wrong way. Like he was a jerk, and that was really, it was digging under my skin. This is the kind of person that, like, I just can't wait for them to get theirs. And then I would agree. Like, by the end, you're like, okay. I mean, he's still kind of a jerk, but, like, at least he's working with them instead of against them now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, he's at the point at the end where, he's kind of a jerk, but it's like one of those things where, like, you're just like, you that guy, you know, or whatever. It's kind of like, we can deal with it. He's killing zombies and stuff. He's all right, you know.
Because then, like, he sacrificed himself. Well, kind of. I mean, it was, trying not to get eaten, I guess.
Yeah.
More. I don't know if that was sacrificing himself so much as saving himself from becoming a zombie because he didn't want to be one.
Effing figures. That's one of my favorite lines.
You say figures? I thought he said something about being a babysitter. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, your version of it makes more sense.
Figures.
Ran by quick.
I'm going to get everybody here and then I'm going to get eaten.
Mall. What a great place to hold up during a zombie
Yeah.
apocalypse. So, like, they come in through the mall and they break out that window because the door doesn't open. She still doesn't have shoes on. And she's out there, John McClane in it, walking across this broken glass like it's nothing.
Yeah, no. Why did they have to break that whole window out?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know.
How
Maybe I guess the doors were
flying
locked
across
and even
there?
they couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you would
Yeah,
think
because he looked at like that crowbar and I thought, oh, he's just going to break out the door. No. Totally through the window. Yeah.
the crowbar, right?
Yeah.
He exchanges the crowbar for a flimsy croquet mallet.
Croquet mallet. Yeah. Which ended up working out in his favor because he
It worked. Yeah.
stabbed with it,
But I'm not trading a croquet mallet
or a crowbar,
or a crowbar for a
mallet.
croquet
Yeah.
mallet. An
Steel
iron
trumps
crowbar. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think? What's your best theory for? Let's just keep it to this movie.
Okay.
The existence of zombies in this movie. You thinking Wrath of God, human-made biohazard, a virus, or something else?
I like the idea. They had a couple. The Reverend that's on TV that's talking. He played the main character in the original.
Okay.
I can't remember what his name is, but I liked his explanation, and they use it in Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead, like all that. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Yeah. So it's just like, hell is full. So now, this is just what's going to happen.
But then some people die without being bitten, and they don't rise back up. They just die.
That's true.
And then good people die.
Yeah.
And then they turn into zombies.
That's true. Okay. So, I don't know. I just like the line, I guess.
Yeah.
There's no
I like the line. Which, I mean, that's kind of the premise of The Walking Dead, isn't it? Nobody dies anymore. No matter how you die, you come back as a zombie.
You come back. Yeah. Like, everybody's infected at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, with this world, I don't know. I just think it's something supernatural that they can't explain. It's just, It just starts happening.
It just is.
Yeah.
Right. In general, across all zombie movies, what's your favorite explanation? Or do you prefer the unknown supernatural?
I mean, no, I like probably The Walking Dead would be my favorite. I just like that there's something out there that everybody has it.
Yeah.
When you die, you're turning. That's all there is to it. Because there's really no coming back from that, right?
Yeah, it's just everybody's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
And then they got all these civilizations, and we'll use The Walking Dead for an example. Mm-hmm. They have this type of, I don't know, zombification for lack of a better term, where if you die, period, no matter how, you come back as a zombie. But they have all these little civilizations, right? Mm-hmm. And older folks, sorry, you're kind of close to the end of the rope there.
Yep.
I'm not saying we got to put you out of pasture or anything like that, but they just kind of I would think there would be some sort of we're going to lock you in at night. So if you pass in your sleep, it's contained type of situation, but there doesn't seem to be any concern for people dying of old age or sickness or anything like that. If anybody's sick in a hospital bed, they're not I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just too pragmatic, but I would be coordinating off people.
Yeah.
Personally. But
no, I agree. I thought that when I watched the show. I'm like, why is this not when they're in the prison? Why are we not all sleeping with our cells shut?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, can you imagine you shut your cell? Not that it's locked, but you're shut in there, and then there's just a horde of zombies.
Oh yeah, that would suck.
What do you do?
Yeah,
you got nowhere to
just
go.
Open the cell, right?
I guess. And you're just this is where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I like that too. That's probably my favorite. Is the nobody else is dying. Mm-hmm. But whenever you die, you become undead or whatever.
Yeah.
Undead or zombie? What's the better phrasing?
Well, I'm going to say zombie because they don't want to say it in most of these movies.
They never want to say it.
No. It's like, well, it's like, what is it? Or Shaun of the Dead. Or like, they start saying,
the Z word.
Don't say the Z word. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. I like zombie. Zombie's got a nice, like, you know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I also like undead. Like, I just like I don't know, poetic nature of the phrase undead. Undead. Like, they're not dead. They're undead.
Yeah.
But zombie is definitely more, like, to the point.
Yeah.
And you know what you're talking about. Like, mummy. You know what you're talking about. I guess undead could be a mummy.
Sure. I mean, you can use undead for, like, a vampire.
That's true.
They're
That's
dead.
True. Yeah,
but
undead has
dead.
a very wide range of usage for sure. Yeah, zombie it is. Zombie it is. Yeah. All right. So, what are the best rules for if we're talking a non-undead situation? Well, no. Let's go back to the a non. I guess that'd be undead. No. A non-viral. A people don't die anymore situation. What we've been talking about. We'll call it the Walking Dead rule.
Mm-hmm.
Does that end at humans? Or do we have, like, pets in that equation as well?
No. Humans.
That'd be
it's got to end at humans, right?
All right. What about, like, our
Pets are
closer
too
relatives, like chimps or apes or gorillas or something like that?
No.
Undead gorilla? Oh, my God. Can you imagine undead gorilla?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
That's too much. Or an undead elephant?
Yeah.
Ooh. Rhino? Bull? Ooh.
Whale.
Yeah. Whale? Well, whale's stuck in the water, but yeah. Like, ooh. Yeah. Zombies in the water. That's another one.
Yeah.
I don't like that one either.
What was it? There was something I thought about. I was watching. No. Was it I think it was the Zombie Survival Guide. I've got the book back there. Anyway.
Well.
And Max Brooks wrote it, who wrote World War Z. Yeah, it talks about, like, zombies, like, you think you're safe on an island, but zombies can walk through the water. And, like, he's, like, got this shows, like, zombies underwater, you know, and then they finally come up on the beach, and people are like, and they're getting all killed and everything.
I always wondered about that. Like, I think that depends on your rules of zombie, because, like, sure, they can walk through the water. They don't have to breathe, but, like, they can't see where they're going. Yeah. They typically, respond to sound as far as, like, reacting to things. They would have no reason to go in the water, walk across the bottom, and then come out on the island. And they would have no way of knowing, especially, like, with currents knocking them off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But, like, randomly, sure. They might walk up on the beach, but I don't think they're gonna, like, hoard. They're not gonna, like. No. You're not gonna think like a flood of zombies, but definitely like a few strays. I'm sure.
And the marine life, you'd think, would just be eating on them as they're.
That's true.
As they're swimming through, you know.
True.
Like, I don't know.
Look like Pirates of the Caribbean or something out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one that's got to go on the list. But, anyways, so yeah, we talked about zombie rules. Good zombie rules. All right, so. Back to a friend who came in bitten, said goodbye to his daughter. They had to dispatch of him. So you got the hard choice now. You know somebody's infected. Do you take them out right away, or do you wait until they turn, or do you leave that choice to them?
I think I'd leave the choice to them. I wouldn't want somebody to just sit there and, like, suffer while they're turning, like if they've got, like, their innards spilled out, or whatever, like,
mercy kill.
Yeah, but they're bitten. I don't know. I guess I'd just leave it up to them. But I say that, I don't know. Would you feel like a killer if you killed them before they turned? But then, especially if they're fast, you have to, like, be really on your game. Like, when they die, and you go, are you dead? Are you dead? Like, are you... Okay, and then shoot him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard choice to make, for sure. I would agree.
I would just say that when they get to that point, you shut them in a room with some bars. Yeah. So they can't get out. They turn, you can go and do your thing. Hey, let's go have dinner. Whatever. Right. Come back. Oh, you hear them. You're eating your pot roast or something, and you hear Carl. I'm like,
time to go take care
Carl
of Carl.
turned. All right, let's finish this meal. Go take care of Carl.
You could be really efficient about it, and before they pass, just be like, all right, we'll set you up with the backhoe. You go out there and you dig your 6 feet, climb on down.
That's right.
You turn, and then we'll, drop one in the dome.
Yeah.
You fall down, we bury you.
Bury you right then and there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's efficient.
I like it.
Dig your own grave.
We go Shaun of the Dead style and just put him on shopping cart duty.
Right. Just sitting out in the shed with you playing video games.
Yeah. Try to bite you, Carl. Stop.
I like that. Yeah. All right. So, zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the mall. Is everything up for grabs, or are you still respectful of? It's not mine anymore.
At that point, like if I look out, if I'm on the roof and I look out, and there is half the population of the city out in the parking lot, there are no more. Nobody owns any of this stuff now. You only own what you can carry. This is. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and loot, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to use what I can that's at my disposal. What are they going to do if all of a sudden everything gets turned around? The authorities come in.
All right,
what were you doing?
For you.
I was trying to survive. Like,
hey,
I'm not over here stealing a PlayStation. Like,
although it'd be a good time to collect.
Yeah. Well, if you're in a mall, you just plug it in. I'm still in the store.
That's true. I'm just testing it out. Testing it out, sir.
But malls never end up being safe, right? Like, I remember The Last of Us. Like, they're in the mall, and
too many points of entry.
Yeah, there's too many. That's not like, and I know, like, in the
sounds
original,
like a good idea.
It does sound like a good idea. You've got everything at your disposal, but there's too many points of entry. Mm-hmm. And I know in the original, like, Romero used the mall. The whole movie was like a satire on consumerism. You're dead. You're still going to go to the mall. Like, what are you going to do? But there's just too many. And I don't know how the zombies didn't, like, break through the glass in the front. Like, if that were me, I'd be covering that up so they can't see in.
Right. They won't be enticed.
Yeah, and maybe they did. I guess we never see that again, so I don't know if maybe they did or not.
It's pretty dark in there throughout the whole thing.
But I don't know. There's too many places to cover.
Right.
I wouldn't want to be in some place like that. I would get what I needed and get out.
That's a good question. So where would you hold up? Zombie apocalypse? Where are you holding up at?
I'm gonna go out the country.
Oh yeah.
Like, now I know you look at, like, Walking Dead, and they end up being hordes of them that are migrating or whatever, but I don't know. I think you want to go to some place where there are as few people as possible. Yeah. Now, ideally, I suppose you would do what they do at the end of this movie, and you try to find an island. But, that
didn't work out for them.
Well, not 4 of them it did.
Yeah. Did you watch through the credits?
No. What happens at the end of the credits?
You can watch through the credits. Yeah, like the credits are rolling, and like it keeps like showing, like the guy finds the video camera, and he's like, they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I found this video camera. It's what's his name's?" And then it starts like intersplicing like footage of Ty Burrell from like before, like hanging out, like being a playboy, and them on the boat as things are progressing, like. They're out on the water, and they come across another like little lifeboat just kind of floating there, and they pull up to it, and they look on it, and there's nothing in there but like an ice chest, and they open the ice chest, and there's just a head biting.
Ah, okay.
And so they like push it away, and then like the engine catches fire, and they put it out at one point. They run out of gas at one point. They're just kind of like drifting along, and finally they come across, which I'm like, they're in Michigan or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're out on one of the Great Lakes.
Wisconsin, But I don't understand why they're out. Like, it makes it sound like they're floating around for days. Yeah. Trying to find, like, they're running out of water and food and all this other stuff. And it's like, well, I mean, like, it's a lake. You can find a place in a day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they explored other islands. It didn't really go into it. But anyway, so they pull up at the end. They're out of gas, and they drift up to the dock. And, they're like, oh, this might be it. And they get off the boat, and they're starting to like walk up to the thing. and then suddenly hear a bunch of rustling, and they're like, "There's more of them! There's more of them!" And then like just like hundreds of zombies come pouring out of the tree line, and they start firing, and then suddenly they're overwhelmed, and it's just like the camera falls, and you just see zombies trampling by. It's like they didn't make it. Nobody made it. Nobody survives this movie.
Well, okay, I like my ending better, where I didn't watch that, and they they go away into the sunset. Does the dog survive though?
At the very end, they pull up to the island, and the dog runs off. He's barking, and he runs off into the trees.
Okay,
and that's when all the zombies come out. Okay. So I don't think you see the dog again. Like they don't go after the dog, so yeah, like I guess he survived. I don't know what he fed off of. Zombie flesh? Could he eat zombie flesh and be okay?
Why not?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Okay. Well, with that in mind,
my
original thought, you're just gonna go somewhere out in the world. Honestly, I'm gonna if I have access to get anywhere, I live in a small town, pretty easy to get out of here. I'm gonna go to like Montana or Wyoming where there is nobody, and I'm gonna find a cabin out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm going to homestead out there, and that's going to be my existence.
That's the way to go for sure. But I would want to be within like a 2-hour drive of a decent enough sized city that I could go into like a Home Depot and get supplies to like build stuff. Cause I don't want to like have to fall a tree, mill it into, whatever lumber I need and all that stuff. I want to be able to go into town. And, get some supplies occasionally as I need them. Things that, like, I just can't, like, nail screws. Things that I can't, like, make or whatever. Seeds, all that stuff. But, yeah, I'm with you. Out in the middle of nowhere. Removed from everything. I would set up some solar panels. Get yourself a well going. Do all that kind of stuff. Go read a library on, like, survival techniques and stuff.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of books. But, yeah. Yes. I'm with you. I get you.
Make your way up to Alaska. Like, that's really where there's nobody at. Like, way up north in Alaska.
Cold, though.
I mean, well, that's good, though, right? If it gets cold, they're going to move slower.
Oh, what was it? What's the one? Last of Us. Did you watch the last season of Last of Us?
I haven't watched the newest season yet.
Okay. Yeah, they're in the winter up in Montana or whatever. Thoroughly cold. Does not phase the zombies.
Doesn't phase them. Okay.
But I mean, it's whatever world you're in, I suppose.
It does in The Walking Dead, right? They're slower in The Walking Dead.
They're slower in The Walking Dead until they thaw out, and then they get all gooey again.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Man, I can't believe like how many zombies keep coming in that movie, in that show. They just keep coming.
They do. There's like, how many people are on the earth?
Right. That's true.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
All right.
So did you ever, like, in your young adult life, watching zombie movies and stuff like that, did you ever like kind of fantasize about being in a zombie apocalypse?
Well, I think we all do. You're a hero of your own story and all that.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely don't think it's going to go the way I want it to go. And now with kids, I definitely don't want something like that.
Oh, no.
I can't imagine trying to handle that with children.
Yeah.
No, sir. And then, like, you think about it whenever you're younger, and you're like, like, you just have all these, like, I don't know how to describe it, but, these ideas of, I'm just going to, like, collect my things, get in my car, and drive off into the sunset, or go and find a farm, or, somebody else probably is already on that farm.
Yeah.
And they're either protecting it, or they're not friendly.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to deal with that. I don't like that. The whole, like, this is the thing that I don't like. I feel like I can deal with the zombies okay.
Yeah. What the zombies, what their end game is. Yeah. They just want to eat you.
Yeah. Like, it's the other people.
Yeah.
The lying, the, backstabbing and all that stuff. Ooh, that's the part that, like, which I feel like shows like The Walking Dead really, like, that's what they got right. Like, they went into that. And all that, like, interpersonal politic stuff or whatever that comes into play for sure.
And they kind of do. I mean, they do that with this one too in the beginning when they're like in the elevator and they come up and CJ's there with the other two guys and he's like, "No, you picked the wrong floor. You're in the wrong place. You got to go." And
it's definitely all about like who you start with. So if there's like a zombie apocalypse, you gotta your starting team. You got to get a strong starting team.
Oh yeah.
Because there's not a lot of trading going on. No.
Yeah, you don't want the pregnant girl.
Although, I mean, that's like that. If you protect her right, that could be, future protection down the line.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
You got like Carl in The Walking Dead. So
yeah.
But I don't know. So she got scratched. Like she didn't even really get bit. She just got scratched, and she was infected. So it's just like a blood to blood transfer. It seems like in this.
So I thought he said something about her getting bit, but I looked at it.
No, it's
you see it, and I'm like, that's not.
And you see it
bite.
happen, and it's just like it scratches across her hand.
Yeah.
But I mean, like some zombie films, that's all it takes. Like even with The Walking Dead, that's all it took was like a scratch. Look at me talking about The Walking Dead like that's the Bible on zombie movies or something.
Might as well be, right?
Might as well be, right? It is now.
Yeah.
But like she just gets the scratch, and then slowly, very slowly, over like probably a week or two, dies. And then gives birth to possibly the most terrifying zombie, the baby zombie. Ooh, that one. I don't like that one. Like, who's taking out the baby? Like, one of them ended up shooting the baby, right?
Yeah,
she did, I think.
Yeah, I think she did.
Yeah.
I think that's right. Yeah.
I don't want that.
I mean, you have to, right? Like, at that point. Like,
I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
I guess. Like, look, that thing was wanting to eat her, although it has no teeth.
It has no teeth.
So what?
Well, some kids are born with teeth.
That's true.
And, but I don't know. I think I might have just like put it in a dog crate and thrown it to the zombies before I killed it, which is just the same.
You take care of this. Yeah.
This is yours now. Some mama zombie's like, okay.
Yeah. So there was this book that I read, 15, honestly, probably 20 years ago, called The Rising. And it was a zombie book. And it was when I was on my big zombie hype or whatever. And the beginning of that book, the main character that you're following, the protagonist, so the zombies in this, they can talk. Like they're zombies, but they want to eat you, but they're still intelligent. And like he's outside, like gathering supplies or something, and then his wife shows up, and she's been turned or whatever, and she's talking to him, and she says, "There's somebody I want to show you. She was pregnant when she died," and like she opens her belly out, and like his child comes out, and it's a zombie, but it's like still attached by the umbilical cord, and it's like crawling its way over to him and everything. It is a wild book. But rewatching this, because like I had read that after I hadn't seen this probably since I'd read that book. So maybe it's 2006 when I read it. I don't know. Yeah. But like that scene to me was very reminiscent of that part of the book. Like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, so I was just going to ask, like, she gets scratched. Mm-hmm. In this, I wonder if in this one, this is one of the things I liked about Walking Dead again. Mm-hmm. Like, somebody gets bit on the arm. If they amputate that arm fast enough, they're saved. Like, the farmer guy, like, they took off his leg.
Herschel,
that was like the first, Herschel, yeah, that was the first one. They took off his leg and he was fine. Like, he lived on for a couple more years, I think, right? Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's the case in all zombies, or is it just like, is that like a special, is that the first time it's the only time I've ever seen something like that.
Yeah, I think it is. Like, I don't remember seeing anything like that before.
Yeah.
The Walking
That's the
Dead.
closest thing to a cure I've seen in any zombie anything.
They bite you on the head, just cut the head off. You'll be fine.
Right? I wonder how fast you got to be on that, I guess. Because like blood moves pretty quick, right?
Yeah, I mean, they in that movie or in that TV show, goodness, they weren't that fast with. I mean, they were quick with it, but it wasn't like they'd put the tourniquet on there, and then they're like, "Oh, we got to cut this off" or whatever. And
him and Hoffer a little bit.
Yeah, it took them like probably a good 5 or 10 minutes to get it done. But
yeah, some of them it was like a good hour or so before they got to it.
Yeah.
But Maybe. I don't know. All right, I got one more for you.
Yep.
Chainsaw in a moving vehicle. Did this look like a bad idea from the beginning, or did you have to see somebody get impaled with it first?
Oh, I had forgotten about that scene until right before it happened. And I see that guy, the organist, holding that, and I'm like, oh crap, I remember this. And I felt bad for that girl because I'm like, she just standing there. Like, she isn't doing anything.
No.
Chainsaw just rips through, which I guess may be better than being devoured by a horde of zombies and ripped apart. I don't know.
True.
But yeah. Why that? I mean, in theory, that looked like a good idea, and it worked in the beginning, right? Like they're cutting zombies off of the vehicle, but what? That's one thing. Like,
but like not really. Like he's just cutting like the legs off. He's still hanging on the side.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
and like unless you're cutting off their head, like they're still animated. Like
yeah,
still like, and you really got to like bash in the brain or whatever.
Yeah.
Which who made that decision? That the zombies are. You gotta take out their brain.
Take out their brain.
Take out a zombie.
I think Romero.
Well, I guess he did invent the zombie genre, didn't he? Or were zombies around before that? They were around before that.
They were around, but they weren't like the zombies we think of nowadays. You know,
that's
shambling corpses or whatever that are after, you know, your body to eat you. Right. Was by Romero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think that wraps me up for Dawn of the Dead. You got
Dawn of the Dead / zombie talk for the night.
Any closing remarks on zombies?
I still think they're fun. You know, it's a fun little. To me, I think it's one of the. I don't want to say it's the most terrifying monster, but definitely if I am put in a situation where I have to fight or I have to deal with some sort of a monster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the zombies because it's not just one or two you're dealing with. It is hordes and hordes and hordes. And like I said, that's what gets you. It's the numbers. You can shoot them in the head.
They're
can bash them in the head. You can do whatever. But when you've got 100 of them around you, you can't do it. Like, what are you going to do? I'd take a good old vampire over that, right? You just got one.
Yeah. Just
eat a lot of garlic and just breathe on him. Like, you're going to be fine.
Put on your silver.
Yeah. Right. Wear a cross.
All right. Okay, you get that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys still popcorn for us this week?
I do. So I was thinking about this over the week, and I told you that a couple weeks ago I had visited a couple friends and I hung out in Portland. And we went to a metal concert there. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Symphony X or Sonata Arctica, but we went to Dante's Inferno there in Portland, and we watched this concert. And my friends said something to me later. They were like, man, you didn't look like you were enjoying yourself very much. Because the whole concert, I'm just standing there holding my drink. Everybody else around me is like head banging. They're just going to town. And at one point, Russell Allen, the singer for Symphony X, looks at me because we're like right up front. It's a fairly small venue. We're right up front. And he kind of looks at me, and I could tell I know he was thinking like, man, this guy's like he is like not even want to be here. Because I was just
play harder for him.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I'm like, I told my buddies, I said, I'm too old for that. Like, I'm enjoying the music, but I'm not gonna throw my neck out of place by headbanging and all this. I mean, there's people around me. There was this couple that was beside me. No hearing protection on. That's another thing. I've got like hearing protection that I bought from Guitar Center, like good stuff to put in there. And it was still loud. And they are like going to town, headbanging, no hearing protection. And I'm like, they're going to regret this tomorrow. So my question is, am I just too old for that? Or is that something that we just kind of get to the point? Like, it's possible, right? To enjoy
absolutely
music that you love, but not have to like
be
hurt
part
yourself over it. Yeah.
I think it is getting older. I think maybe parenting is part of it, because you realize that to enjoy something, you don't have to be completely involved in it. Like, to enjoy watching my children grow up, part of the fun is watching them go off and do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with going to a concert, watching live music. I don't want to go to a concert and be part of it. I don't want to be down in the mosh pit. I don't want to be like, thrashing around or dancing or whatever. I would much prefer a smaller venue where I can sit off in the back, watch the live show, because a live show is good. I would agree. And just enjoy a drink and the company of friends. That's all I want.
Yeah.
I agree. But I felt like that for a while. So maybe parenting didn't have anything to do with that.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. When we got done, we walked over to Voodoo Donuts and we had some donuts, and it was it was great. I took those the ear protection out, and
tonight it did not kick in.
But I could tell that there was other people walking out of that venue that couldn't hear anything.
A little rattly.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Old man but like I say that, we were probably the younger people that were there.
Really?
Which was odd. Like, Symphony X and Sonata Arca, they've been around since like the 90s. But, yeah, there was a lot of, like, we're looking around, like, gosh, we're like, I'm 38. It's like, we're the young crowd here. Like, what's going on? But they're still doing mosh pits and stuff. Like, some of these people, I'm just like, man.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I could survive a mosh pit.
Yeah. No. But,
well, I got one for you.
Yeah.
We didn't go to a concert this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There was a comic art expo across town. So we went and did that. That was fun. Like, it was small, but, like, it was fun. And I picked up a comic while I was there.
Okay.
It fits our theme. It's a Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob, and they are zombies on the cover.
That's so cool.
Which I thought was fun. So
that's fun.
I picked that up. So I've read most of it, I read most of it while we were sitting there, waiting on the kids for something. Nothing about zombies. It's actually set, it seems like, just after the events of the last Clerks movie, the third one.
Okay.
And they are looking to hire somebody new to work at the convenience store, and they're interviewing people, and Archie is the one that comes in and starts working for them.
I'd hire Archie.
The shenanigans start. But
that's the beauty of Archie, right? How many crossovers have there been with Archie?
Aliens, Predator. Right?
It's so awesome. I love it. I love that. I don't even know who owns the rights to Archie, but they're like, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome.
Like, yeah, this is an Archie's comic. 80th anniversary? That can't be right.
I bet it is. That Archie's been around for a very
Archie Comics,
long time.
80th anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know it was that old. I guess it is 2025, so I guess there's that.
We'll have to do a whole episode on Archie comics sometime.
Yeah, it'd be my first time really. I mean, other than like occasionally picking these up.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised they haven't. I guess they had that whole like Riverdale show, the CW thing, but then teen drama or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do a proper Archie movie or something.
I know. And then so you've heard of like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, right?
Yeah.
That's a spin-off of the Archie comics.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it was like Josie and the Pussycats or something like that?
Yep. They were a band in Archie comics. Yep.
Yeah. So, well, there's that.
It's cool. Archie's cool.
All right. That's all I got.
That's it. That's all,
you want to
folks.
give us a retro ramble and outro?
Retro ramble. Okay, so keeping with our Halloween theme, the spooky month. Simple one, but I'm curious what your answer is. What has been your favorite Halloween costume that you've worn ever? You can even go up to like something you did with your kids or something when you were 5. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I'd just be interested to hear what you have to say on that. So
I like it. Yeah. That's a good one. It keeps with the theme. I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've reached on the checkpoint, my friends, and we appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Share this with your friends. Share it with your enemies. And I guarantee you, as soon as you share it with your enemy, they're going to become your friend. And,
we're all about friendship here at this podcast.
That's right. That's right. Until next time, be kind, rewind. Thanks for listening. We will see you next week.
See you all around.